Imagine a young child who was in a car accident who needs help learning how to walk again, or an elderly man or woman who fell in their house earlier and can't get out of bed, and moving in the morning causes them pain. How are either of them going to be able to function as a normal human being again? Going to a physical therapist may be one of their first choices. Physical therapy is one of the best careers in the world, and more people need to look into the different possibilities there are in this career. In the next few minutes, I'm going to explain the usefulness of a physical therapist to the world, what the personal benefits of a physical therapist are, and the differences between physical therapist and a physical therapist assistant. There are many personal benefits to becoming a physical therapist, and they range from the personal satisfaction to the yearly salary. According to the American Physical Therapy Association, APTA, the demand for physical therapy is expected to spike upward by an astonishing 34% between 2014 and 2024, a much quicker rate than average. With the demand going up, this will create a very strong feeling of job security. Most people enjoy the feeling of not having to worry about next month or next year that they might be unemployed. Physical therapists work with patients of all ages all across the country, according to ATPA. The different opportunities to get a job in different cities, states is huge. Being able to work in all areas of the United States with young and old people keeps the window for change, improvement, and not getting bored in the job open. Depending where the job is determines how much the pay will be for physical therapists. Even those with less than 1 year on the job experience earn an average of $54,069. And 5 to 9 years of experience gets you closer to $70,000, according to Kokomiller. Starting out at over $50,000 a year is pretty good for any job. It's not the highest paying job in the world, but it is enough to get you by with a good amount extra. Although pay is a bigger part of the job, there are two main different routes that you can take in physical therapy that have different salaries and different purposes. According to all allied health schools, physical therapists diagnose and provide care to individuals suffering from injuries, set up a rehabilitation plan for patients, teach exercises and stretches, while a physical therapist assistant determines the severity of the patient's injuries and report it to a physical therapist. Educate patients on what to do after treatments, assists patients in exercises and stretches, instruct patients on how to use devices and equipment. Depending on what interests somebody and what they want to do will show them if they should become a physical therapist or a physical therapist assistant. Physical therapists have a little more importance finding out what is initially wrong with the patient and setting up a plan for the patient. According to AAHS, schooling for physical therapist is usually around 7 years, and physical therapy assistants schooling is usually around 2 to 3 years. The time spent in college for full physical therapist is usually a few years more at least. The assistants don't need quite as much schooling because they aren't the first step in the process. Assistants are more of the hands-on people. No matter if somebody is a physical therapist assistant or a full physical therapist, they are very useful to the world. People suffering from chronic health conditions rely on expert therapists to help them achieve a better quality of life, says Kokomino. People with all different kinds of health problems need therapists to get them up on their feet again, and according to Burke Rehabilitation Hospital, if the physical therapy helps you eliminate pain, heal from injury, surgery may not be needed. And even if surgery is required, you may benefit from pre-surgery physical therapy. Thousands of people are getting surgery every year, and if they go to a physical therapist, they could help get themselves ahead of the game and not be in a cast or stuck in bed for a long time after. Physical therapists are movement experts who can identify, diagnose, and treat movement problems, according to moveforwardpt.com. Going to a physical therapist is very beneficial to relieve pain and help with post-surgery recovery. These specialists can help with any type of injury and this is what makes them useful to the world. Over the last few minutes, I have described a few different personal benefits to becoming a physical therapist, the differences between physical therapists and a physical therapist assistant, and finally the usefulness of getting help from one. The benefits of becoming a physical therapist vary between many things, and more people should take a look at this career. The child or elderly person I mentioned in the beginning of this speech could be a person that you want to help if you choose this lifestyle. So why not try out this great career and make a difference?